Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting episode of Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. This is episode I don't know because I didn't look. Yes, good preparation, etc. In this episode I will make some changes to the station, even the track, which I didn't record, by the way, which I'm kinda ashamed of because I should have recorded it as well because it's kinda important. But somewhere in the video there will be an how do you call it, cut, and you will see a new track all of a sudden, so don't be worried about that. It's better. I wrote it again and it's way smoother than it was before. The track was in the beginning a bit rough. Yes, it was rough. It was not really pleasurable, and yes, it didn't ride well. And now I made some changes in the whole track. Not a lot of changes. You can't see a lot of changes in the beginning and in the middle part of the track, but at the end of the ride you can definitely see it because I removed the emo one. I think that version is called like that because it is not real. I never seen such an version at the end of a roller coaster. Not a BMM wing ride or something like that. Only corkscrews and stuff like that. But a corkscrew on a BMM wing rider kinda is painful, I guess, and I didn't want to do that. And in the previous track iteration, the how do you call it? The thingy at the end, you know, the thingy. I should step in this with more knowledge and knowing what I do and not winging it, but yes, at the end it was rough and the supports weren't that good, and it was not good at all because the cars kinda hit the track at the end as well, which is not good. And I made some random supports adjustments which kinda hit the track. If you put your hand out in the launch, then you will hit a support beam, and that is not good, which is kinda obvious, but yeah. So you see me working on the station right now, and a lot of things change of the station. Not the basic concept, but the roofs change, the sides of the station change a bit, only at the track sides, but not on the now. Only a few details are added on the side, the real sides, and the tower isn't changed at all, if I'm right. Yes, that is something that I'm not certain about because the tower is really small in comparison with the station building, because with the roof now it's really high, and I guess it is even higher than the tower, which is really weird because the proportions are all messed up right now. So maybe I will make the tower higher for a better feel of the station, because it kinda looks weird in my opinion. Now about cuts in the video. A lot of cuts have been made because of the sessions I played Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 in. I didn't do it in one session, which is kinda bad, because if you just make a 2-hour session and then time-lapse it, then it will look smooth and you don't have any cuts in your video, and it looks good and smooth, but I didn't do that. I didn't really have the time to do 1-2-hour session for Rollercoaster Tycoon 3, and yeah, sorry for that, but it kind of was needed because I'm very busy. Also, for one cut I made a new CS set, and that was needed because of the details on the roof, and yeah, I thought that they were needed for myself. I'm not going to distribute them or put it online because it's just a basic CS set with beams and etc. But they can lay on the roof exactly like I want them to be, and that is good for details. I like details, so if you don't know that yet, I like details. And no beam set in my search can lay on the roof like that. Not on this roof, I guess, but maybe on others, but not on this one. So in this part of the video you see me adding a new roof and demolishing after a while, because I didn't really like the thought of having 2 different colors roof, and I didn't really know what to do. So I removed that and leave the basic skeleton of the building open, which you can see here. I don't see the video, so here-ish, we will say that. And I just uncovered the basic skeleton of the of the building, and you don't really need to do this because I made this station in multiple sessions, not in one session, which you need to do actually. That's a tip for me. And for everyone else, I need to follow it myself, because if you make a station and go back at it after a month or so, then you will change everything, like me here. Only the roof this time, but alright, it's still a lot of things to do. And this is another episode of the station, which is kind of irritating, because I said that it was finished the previous time, so I kind of lied to you, but I didn't really. Yeah, I needed to finish it earlier, because this I needed really to finish it earlier, because this can't be the thing you do, because this series will go on and on with this park if I keep making episodes after a month or so. And I really need to step up my game and upload more, but that's other thing. In this part of the video, I kinda experiment with some things. Nothing of this comes in the building at all, but you need to experiment or place down pieces of sets to know what you have and what you can use later, or in this building, or in another building. That's not really a thing for now, but you need to know what you have. I have knowledge of the CS sets I have, and what I can use, and what for pieces there are, because I place them down or look at pictures of the CS sets and scroll down and look at it all. But that's not even all, because I can't know every set I have, because I have plus 500 sets on my Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 files, and that's a lot of sets. And you see me scrolling a lot, but you don't need to do that, because that's way too many sets, and I don't even use 200 of them. I guess that I only use 100 of the sets I have, which is kinda bad, because I have 500 sets and then really need to scroll through them. So I kinda need to replace sets I don't use, and yes, if I don't use them, then I need to get rid of them actually, but I don't do them, because I kinda think that if I ever need a piece, I can place it down, which is kinda handy if you look at it that way. So now you can see my basic vision of the building. I want the underside of the sides of the building, of the roof, to be like this, so a bit boring, some beams on it, which kinda give some extra details on the roof, and also with a soffit a bit above it, which also gives another layer of roofs. And that's kind of a thing that I learned from Rivendell, from Leonidas. I think it was Leonidas, and from Silver Red. I kind of took that inspiration from the buildings, but not all of it, because in the earlier version of this I really wanted to mimic it, but you can't mimic everything, so I kind of took it and gave it my own spin on it. And that's another tip for you: mimic stuff. You can remake an entire building like mine, or take only a piece of it and do it yourself. You will learn things about it. You will learn using sets. You will learn comparing sets, which one is better and which you can't really use for this purpose, and which you can use for a purpose like this. And also you can mix sets between them, and you can see how other people do it, like me and Silverhead and other people. Just look at the picture and try to look if you can see the sets which is built out of, and you can really make your own style out of it, because I kind of take inspiration of Silverhead. That's my main inspiration, and I guess that's known for a while, and also from others. Just look at threads, just take all the stuff and make your own style out of it. Don't really, you can't, yeah, you can take one inspiration, but you don't, if you do it yourself, there will always be your own style, because you aren't going to replace everything. You probably will, but you aren't going to mimic everything from somebody, because you won't, because if you then put it on the internet, everyone will think that you did it worse or did it better, but that's not really the thing. But they just will see you as a mimicker, and that isn't good. But if you give it your own spin at it, then it will look even better in your own opinion, which is good in my opinion then. In hindsight, I didn't really talk a lot about what I did in this video, but I don't really find that as important as talking about tips and stuff that I can talk about, like other things. Yeah, and I don't really have a lot of time left, so I will see you all later, guys. Goodbye.